ladies and gentlemen. This is NFC Now. I'm Julien Virgin. That's David Oblas. And what we have here is the night train, Jared Gooden, joining us. What's up, bro?
What's up, brother? Hey, I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Hey,
How are
man,
y'all?
has anybody ever told you that you have a great smile, bro?
I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Thank you.
What's that in the back, bro? What's that picture of?
So that's a monkey. He has move my head the right way. Shit. There we go. It's a monkey that has headset on, and you got a little iPod on his shoulder. He's listening to music, and I got
What
my
song?
keyboard behind me.
What song do you think he's listening to?
uh, Shoot. Like I said, I don't know, but like that's what's cool about this Pam. Check it out the way of it. Shoot. But like you see, like whatever this. Damn, it's like with my fucking head. There you go. What's cool about it is like whatever song he's listening to, it's making him think. You know what I mean? That's what I love about this picture. That's why I got this painting. Like it's so beautiful to me. Like that's what music does to me. Music's very important to me. So like again, this music's making him think. I love music that makes me think. That gets me out of my head. It's awesome. That's why I love the painting.
Were you classically trained in piano?
Sadly, no. Like when I was younger, I like my mom put me in the piano when I was a kid. I didn't care for it back then, but I just picked it up again earlier this year, and I've just been playing ever since. Like you see my keyboard behind me, I was playing it before I got on. I'm gonna play it again after I'm done.
When you started fighting for us, you worked at an oil change place, I think in Duluth, when you used to fight for me at Wild Bills. Not to get too much into your business, but you still have a full-time or part-time job out there?
No. Well, I do security on the weekends from time to time, but now I'm able to sustain myself on fighting, and I got clients I train Monday through Friday at my gym at Most City Barbell. Shout out to Most City Barbell. But yeah, luckily I'm able to sustain myself from fights and from training people. And like I said, I get to do security on the side for extra money.
So you've been to the top show, you've been to the UFC, and you've gone where a lot of fighters dream to go one day. Now that you're back fighting for the crappy old NFC, tell us a little bit about the UFC for the guys that haven't been there, like what the experience is like on fight day, weigh-in day, just how great it is.
It's actually pretty dope. The only thing that I didn't like was the weigh-ins at UFC because like NFC, where you go, like once it's time to weigh in, you can weigh in, then rehydrate. UFC, you gotta sit there, wait, those paperwork, and it's just like you gotta wait for the right time. It's crap. Like we have to show up like an hour or two before we can actually step on the scale. So like rehydrate and stuff, it just sucks. But NFC, you get right on the scale once you get there, man, and it's easy from there.
Besides weigh-ins, I'd have to say the UFC is a lot better than the NFC.
Oh no, like I said, it's just the way I didn't like, but everything, like the way they run their show is amazing. The way they the hotels they put us in everywhere we were at was amazing. Yeah, like UFC is a amazing show, man. I appreciate them having me. Look forward to get back in there.
What was the biggest crowd you fought before?
It wasn't I didn't have a crowd with UFC. I was fighting during COVID, so there's no crowd.
Oh, all your fights were no crowd?
Yeah, all COVID.
Oh, damn. How much?
Like, I'm sorry, there's like a few people when I fought Randy Brown, but I guess less than 25.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right.
One thing I saw, man, is just that, like, just your sheer activity. If you go on your Tapology page, man, you have to scroll a couple of times in order to get to the bottom, man. You're only 28. Like, explain, like, why do you fight so much? You fought a lot of times. You're 20-8 as a professional, but you have a slew of amateur fights, man. In 28 years, man, how do you find yourself in this many fights?
I love to fight. I love to get paid. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me how like some people will fight and then like take 6 months to a year off before they fight again. That's crazy to me. Like I'm young. You know what I mean? Like I believe I'm retire. I want to retire by 35. You know what I mean? Like wake up and don't have to do anything. So while I'm young, I'm gonna go after it and get it. You know what I mean? Like that's how my mindset is. I'm young. The body's young. Go after and get it. So by the time I'm 35, think about settling down and just slowing down my life. You know what I mean? Like I do want to like have a regular job. Like some kind of financial job, but something I can like just suit up for, but nothing crazy. You know what I mean? I want to retire and just be set after 35.
How old are you now?
Last time I spoke to you, man, we were off of, I think it was like Beaver Ruin. We had a gym. We were doing another fight promo for your teammate. But you said something that just really stuck to me, man. You said, I would tell any other young fighters to just fight all over in all different promotions all over the country. And then when I'm on your Tapology, I've seen you fought in so many different promotions all over the country. Could you explain, like, why did you tell me that? Why do you think it's important for fighters to just continue just to go anywhere to fight anybody?
I got you real quick. Oblas in 28, just in case you didn't hear. But what you call it? Yeah, it's better to fight everywhere, as many places you can to get your name out there. You know what I mean? That's why, like, whenever a fighter asks me, what can I do? What should I do to get my name out there? Fight somewhere else. Go to Florida. Go to Alabama. If you can, cross the country, man. Like, when I fought for LFA, it was in Phoenix, Arizona. You know what I mean? Got my name out there in Phoenix, Arizona, out there on the West Coast. And again, it was beautiful out there. So, like, that's why I always tell fighters whenever I can, fight it. Like, you don't have to fight as much as you can, but just go out there and go somewhere. Go somewhere. Don't just stay in one spot and nothing will happen for you. Just stay. Only the people there will know you.
You getting your name out there got you an opportunity to go to the UFC, man. Could you? I know David asked you about, what did you think about the UFC versus the NFC, but could you just talk to us about the contract that you signed and how things ended with the UFC?
The contract I signed was a 4-fight deal. Yeah, I signed a 4-fight deal. I was actually stepping in late notice to fight Dwight Grant, if I'm not mistaken, but sadly I had to pull out because I got injured. And then I ended up fighting Alan Gilbane. But my stint with UFC, I got my 4 fights. I went 1-3, and when it was time to negotiate a new deal, I didn't do it like I should have. But so I didn't get my new contract when I should have. But like I said, so that's kind of what happened with UFC. I did my 4 fights. So like I'm not mad about it. Like I said, I lived up my contract. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fighters who sign like a 3-fight or whatever fight. Some people only get 1-fight deal, but I got a 4-fight deal, and I got all 4 of my fights in the UFC, and I got a gnarly knockout. So I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty happy about it. I'm happy about going wherever I'm going next. Like I said, UFC, Bellator, PFL, wherever.
I saw that you have picked up fights since that UFC contract, but I'm sure I could only assume there's a part of you that's like, dang, I was still in there. How did you deal with like not re-signing? Like the emotions that go into not re-signing that contract?
I'll admit it sucked. I did have to go through a little depression. You know what I mean? Since I was 15 years old, I had the dream to make it to UFC, and I finally did it, and I let it slip away. You know what I mean? So yeah, I went through a little depression, but that's why I'm glad to have the friends and family in my life. You know what I mean? Like, they all got me out of it. You know what I mean? Like, they helped me get back on my feet, got me back in the gym, and just got me back to training. You know what I mean? Like, because I'll never forget, there's a good friend of mine named Sean Coleman. I think I lost a jiu-jitsu tournament one day, and like I was depressed about it. I went to the gym still, but I was kind of depressed. And he sent me a song. It's a song by Pantera, the band that makes the song Walk or whatever, but they have a song called Yesterday Don't Mean Shit. And that's kind of what got me out of that funk. I mean, yesterday don't mean shit. Like, yesterday happened. Yeah, it happened, but learn from it and move forward.
I appreciate your sheer honesty again, ladies and gentlemen. Jared Gooden joining us here on NFC Now. That's David Oblas. I'm Julien Virgin. Jared, now it's been billed as the battle of the decade, the fight of the decade, man, against Doug Usher coming up here on October 15th, man. You called for this fight, man. Could you just explain why you called for this fight?
Why I called for it? So check me out. After my last fight, I lost. I got knocked out. I can admit it. But what's funny is Doug Usher was dumb enough to talk trash about me to my teammate Warren Thompson. You know what I mean? And of course, if you like, everybody talks trash. It's whatever. But to talk to my main teammate, you know what I mean? Of course, he'll get back to me. And he's saying how he saw my loss coming, how he pieced me up in the gym. And I was like, wow, you got a lot to say, bro. Show me. Let's do it out there in the biggest stage in front of everybody. You know what I mean? So like, if you got so much shit to say, prove it to me. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm like, we could have trained and sparred. Nah, I don't want that. I want to hurt this man. You know what I mean? I want to get paid for it. So that's why I called for it.
But you've called for it for a number of years, though. This isn't the first time you've called for it. You've called for it a couple of times, so you've wanted to fight him in the past.
Thank you. Yeah, everybody's acting like this is fucking news. They're like, oh my God, how dare you call out Usher? I'm like, dude, I've been doing this for a while. He's been ducking me for years. But I'm just glad it's finally happening. Like I said, I'm just glad it's finally happening. You know what I mean? It had to take from the talk trash for it to happen, but whatever. I'm excited to go out there and show what I know and just do what I do.
Why do you think he's ducking you?
It's in the comments. Check it out. He's been ducking me. He doesn't want this. He doesn't want this fight. He doesn't want to fight me. He knows I'm a problem for him. You know what I mean? Like I said, I could say whatever I want. I'm not gonna do that. I can't wait to go out there and show y'all October 15th in Atlanta what I'm gonna do to Doug Usher.
Interesting, because this kind of did come out of nowhere. I was reading the comments. It seemed as if that he was kind of caught off guard by you calling him out and this happening, but it also seems as if now that we're hearing you talk, that no, like you feel a type of way about him saying something.
Oh yeah, like it's yeah. Like I said, I've been asking for this fight for years. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just glad we're finally gonna get this fight. You know what I mean? It's time. You know what I mean? And like I said, the biggest fight of the decade, biggest fight for Georgia. Let's go out there and show them what we do.
So that comment I just posted actually is from him on Facebook right now saying, yeah, you've been talking shit behind my back for the last 3 years, my dude. You've been had beef and never said anything to my face.
That's not true. I've definitely, like I said, I've definitely like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? I've always like, I've never liked Doug Usher. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny how we like in the comments when I posted, I think he's like, "Oh, we're friends, we're teammates." Like, bro, I don't talk to you. Yeah, we sparred every once in a while. It's like, dude, I've been how long I've been in Georgia? I've been in Georgia sparring and fighting for 11 years, right? Me and him been in the same room probably 20 times. Me and him probably trained together less than 10. You know what I mean? And he's gonna come out here and say, "Oh, we're friends with teammates." It's like, no, we're not, bro. Why would you lie? Why would you say that? You know what I mean? And like I said, so can he? So he's right. I never said anything to his face because again, I don't talk to homeboy. Again, he's not my friend. He's not somebody I would conversate with. You know what I mean? That's why it was just so crazy to read that comment. He's like, "Oh, we're friends." I'm like, "Bitch, no, we're not."
Do you think I billed this correctly as the fight of the decade? I mean, can you think of fights in the NFC that have been bigger than this one as of late?
No, there's no fight bigger than this. You know what I mean? Me and Doug has made it the furthest in from Georgia in the other bigger promotions. You know what I mean? This is the fight to make. I'm excited it's finally happening. I just can't wait to go out there and just show everybody what I can do.
Because in my opinion, you two are kind of the OGs of Atlanta. You guys are both pros, both in the 185 weight class. He's made it the Khabib show. You've made it the UFC. Looking at the records, like Julien said, you're 20-8. He is 13-4. So when it comes to pro fighters, there's not many pro fighters that have anywhere near that resume out there.
100%.
So
you've seen Doug fight before. What does he do well, and what do you think that you can exploit?
He does everything well. He's a very good, well-rounded fighter. You know what I mean? Yeah, like he has good knockouts. He's good on the ground. He's good judo. Man, he's good. What can I exploit? Everything. Like I said, he's good, but I'm great. You know what I mean? He has holes that I see, and I'm gonna take advantage. And like I said, that's what's funny. He says, take trash to my teammates saying he sees holes in mine. Hey, I can't wait to go out there, show me these holes, bro. Let's see them. You know what I mean? That's what I love about the fight game. You know what I mean? Like, you don't like somebody, you don't like your coworker, you can fight them.
I'm excited just even hearing you talk about it. I see the sweat percolating on your nose right now, brother. You ain't playing with him. I like that energy. Definitely look forward to having Doug Usher on.
I had one more question. We're interviewing you tomorrow at Knuckle Up Fitness. Yes, Generally with Flatline Cinema. I've got to give her a plug. Generally with Flatline Cinema. I'm getting better at that. I told her to ask you tomorrow for the video, but where did Choo Choo Motherfucker come from?
It's kind of ironic how it happened. I was already nicknamed Night Train, and it was just I believe it was my mom. She was just saying, "Oh, you should say choo choo as your little catchphrase," and I was like, "That's kind of weak, mom. Like choo choo." But what's funny is like as I said choo choo, we're watching a movie in the background. Samuel L. Jackson just says his famous line, "Motherfucker," and I was like, "Oh, there it is, choo choo, motherfucker." You know what I mean? So that's where the line came from.
How do you see you versus Doug Usher going? What is your prediction on the fight?
I'm going to finish Doug Usher. I don't have a round. I don't know how. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go out there and be like, I'm going to do this, do that. I'm going to finish Doug. I'm going to finish Doug Usher and I'm going to walk out with that championship.
And if you do finish him, if you do beat him, what does that mean? Does that mean you're the king of Atlanta? Like, what does that mean not only to you personally, but on your resume?
No, it definitely means I'm the king of Atlanta. Like, it's funny because, you know, we still do call Warren Thompson the emperor of Atlanta. You know what I mean? And after I take out Doug Usher, I'm the new emperor.
He said it. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Jared Night Train, Choo Choo Motherfucker Gooden. Here and only here on NFC Now. Bro, keep smiling. We appreciate your time. You coming on the pod, bro. We look forward to seeing you October 15th. NFC Fight Night 150 against Doug Usher.
Thank you, guys. Like I said, it's a pleasure to be fighting back here for you, Oblas. Pleasure to be fighting for NFC. It's a pleasure to be on this podcast with you guys, man. Thank you so much, man. I can't wait to see you October 15th.
Thank you, brother.
Be safe, guys.